From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the News 8 Daily 8 Podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update.
Hi, this is Hannah Mordeau, and this is your News 8 Daily for Wednesday, July 17th. Big traffic issues this morning on the north split. There was an overturned semi that had the north side of I-65 closed for several hours. Hopefully, by the time you're hearing this, things are better, but just be aware that could add some extra slowdowns to that detour of 465 northbound that is closed for construction right now. Weather-wise, nice day ahead. It could have a few scattered showers, but nothing that's going to be a washout by any means. Feeling a little humid right now, but that's going to change. We're going to get to much more comfortable conditions later on tonight. One person is dead after police say one driver shot another on the southeast side of Indianapolis. It happened just before 8:30 last night at Thompson Road and Emerson Avenue. Officers told our crew that the driver of a pickup fired at a car, fatally wounding its driver. In an update this morning, IMPD confirms officers detained, then released the shooter. The department is not giving specifics about what led up to the gunfire, other than to say it started as a disturbance over driving. IMPD says homicide detectives are investigating. We're getting a clearer picture this morning of the gunman's timeline and the attempted assassination of former President Donald Trump and how he got onto the roof. Police in Pennsylvania say the gunman took the day off work for the rally. Officials say security led him through the secure area with a rangefinder, a small pair of binoculars used to measure distance when setting up a long shot. Investigators believe he then left the secure area, got a rifle from his car, and used an air conditioning unit to climb onto the roof outside of the perimeter.
Taking the rangefinder, and he's looking through it at the counter sniper positions. And one of the counter sniper positions is looking at him through the scope. At this point, there's not a gun in the picture, as I understand it, but they're saying he's looking at us, looking at him.
Police say that's about the time when witnesses saw the gunman and alerted police. Video analysis reveals the shooting started about 2 minutes later. Retiring Indiana Congressman Greg Pence is among those calling for answers after the attempted assassination of former President Trump. Pence sat down with our government reporter, Garrett Berquist, to discuss Saturday's shooting and Trump's VP pick.
Pence tells me it's too soon to say how J.D. Vance will affect Trump's electability, but his interactions with Vance have been positive. If Donald Trump is reelected in November, J.D. Vance will hold the job Pence's younger brother once had.
About 2 weeks ago, he and I, along with Todd Young and another congressman, had breakfast with the Commandant of the Marine Corps and the Sergeant Major at his house, and we talked about the current state of the Marine Corps, and I got sat with him for about an hour and a half. He's a very pleasant man.
Vance's selection came less than 48 hours after Trump narrowly survived a would-be assassin's bullet. Pence says multiple House committees likely will investigate. That includes the Judiciary Committee, which counts Congresswoman Victoria Spartz among its members. Do you trust the FBI to do a thorough investigation into this?
I do. I'm a person, some folks like to talk about what's wrong. Our judiciary system's bad. The FBI system's bad. There are some politics at the top that I think that we have and continue to need to be investigated and looked at. But I think the rank and file do the right thing.
The shooting has thrown a spotlight on the nation's extremely hostile political rhetoric. Do you hold members of your party at least somewhat responsible for this?
I think both sides, Garrett. And I've been saying this for 4 years now. When I go out and about, it's both Democrats and Republicans that are angry about what they perceive as an injustice to their positions, their political positions. You're talking about the witch hunt for President Trump.
What do you hope comes out of this whole situation?
I hope the better angels come out. Garrett, I'm going to tell you, I'm not real sure we're there today. I'm watching, like everybody else, both this convention as well as the Democratic convention, and I hope people talk reasonably and rationally, particularly those that are running for president and vice president.
I also asked Pence if he thinks the Secret Service's financial crimes and executive protection functions should be split into separate agencies. He told me he would not support that.
I'm Garrett Bergquist for Wish TV, wishtv.com, or follow us on Facebook for updates.
He brought manufacturing back to Indiana and boosted wages for hardworking Hoosiers. Ladies and gentlemen, Trump saved the American dream.
That's some of the speech from Indiana Congressman Senate hopeful Jim Banks. He spoke at the Republican National Convention last night to endorse Donald Trump's candidacy. Trump has already endorsed Banks in his campaign. Investigators say a man was killed in a police shooting near the security zone at the convention yesterday. Police in Milwaukee say 13 officers were involved in the shooting. There is body camera footage from some Ohio officers who are in Milwaukee to help monitor the convention's perimeter. Investigators say a man had 2 knives in his hand and was trying to hurt someone else.
This is a situation where somebody's life was in immediate danger. Again, 2 knives were recovered from this particular situation. Someone's life was in danger. These officers, who are not from this area, took upon themselves to act to save someone's life today.
Police have not said who the man was or why he tried to attack the other person. In your vote 2024, new reports claim President Biden is mulling over major reforms to the U.S. Supreme Court and limitations on the immunity of presidents. The Associated Press reports the proposed changes would include term limits for Supreme Court justices and an enforceable ethics code. It's a major shift for Biden, who has long resisted calls to change the court. The justices ruled recently that former President Donald Trump and other presidents are immune from prosecution for official acts. Any changes to the court or immunity rules would have to clear Congress to happen. Wish TV is your education station. There's a fundraiser to support teachers this Sunday. It's happening at the White River State Park. News 8's Brittany Noble is there with organizers.
Good morning. We have Lizzie Nunn with us, and she has been planning a really cool event on Sunday to benefit teachers in Marion County. Tell us a little bit more about the event.
Yeah, so it's our Back to School Festival, White River Back to School Festival, and it's benefiting Teachers Treasures. People can bring out donations day of. Teachers Treasures will be here to accept those, or you can donate cash, credit card. You can also drop off items to the visitor center leading up to the event. But during the event, we're very excited. We're going to be having giant inflatable games like Hungry Hungry Hippo. We're going to have a face painter, DJ, food trucks, vendors here to get information from about I know there's going to be some charter schools there, so you can get some information about some of the schools here and there in the city. So, yeah.
Why Teachers Treasures?
So Teachers Treasures has a huge impact on educators here in Central Indiana, and we, specifically Marion County, and we wanted to partner with an organization where they are able to they know what our teachers need. And so we want to be with the experts who know where the money is needed, where the supplies are needed. So that's really why we went with Teachers Treasures.
And so for the event on Sunday, there will be a few different areas that families can enjoy. Can you walk us through that?
Yeah, so we'll have an area fully dedicated with a lot of our inflatable games. There's going to be giant basketball, yard games. That's everything. We'll have our food area. You can stop by the WRSP or White River State Park booth to get free parking. We'll have Teachers Treasures and area vendors and other places. And then we have a DJ, so you can just kind of dance and party like all night. And then we'll also have right across from the visitor center, we'll have what we call Naptown, which is kind of an area where sometimes I know kids get overstimulated. I know me as an adult, I get overstimulated and just need a little quiet space to kind of chill down for a little bit. So we'll also have that area in Naptown with hammocks and chairs.
So lots of activities planned for this event. On Sunday, this Teachers Drive, it's going to benefit educators right here in Marion County. They're looking for school supplies for their classrooms. Of course, we want you to help. You can go to our website, wishtv.com. Under the As Seen On section of our website, you will find this story and all the details about how you can get involved and enjoy a great event. I'm Brittany Noble for Wish TV, wishtv.com. Follow us on Facebook for updates.
Kobe Bryant's dad has died. Joe Bryant's alma mater, LaSalle University, announced his death yesterday. Bryant was nicknamed Jelly Bean and also had a vast basketball career. He played 8 seasons in the NBA for the 76ers, the Clippers, and the Rockets, and he also played 9 seasons in Europe. He eventually got into coaching. Kobe's widow, Vanessa Bryant, posted condolences on social media, sharing that Kobe loved him very much. Joe Bryant was 69 years old. In Pacers Watch, the team has grabbed its first win of the NBA Summer League. The Pacers beat the Phoenix Suns 98-94 yesterday in Las Vegas. Draft Day edition Johnny Furphy had 18 points. Pacers play again tomorrow against the Denver Nuggets. Caitlin Clark on a race car. That's what you'll see at the Brickyard 400 this weekend. Josh Berry's number 4 car features the Fever Star's image on the hood under the saying, "Raining Threes." Both Clark and Berry are partners with the sponsor of the car, Panini. It's a collectible and trading card company. The Brickyard 400 returns to the Oval for the 30th running this Sunday at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. This has been your News 8 Daily from Wish TV. I'm Hannah Mordeau. Watch us on wishtv.com and follow us on Facebook for updates.
This is the News 8 Daily 8 podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update on demand. For even more, on demand and on the go, connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening, and be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.